Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
Changes in the distracted driving laws are aiming to get drivers to pay more attention to the roads.
Valley News Team's Ryan Laughlin was staking out drivers in Grand Forks. He shows us how many drivers are breaking the current law and why we could be seeing more distracted driving tickets.
Distracted driving.
People who are texting a lot. Actually just seen an accident last weekend.
The problem is widespread. Last night, the Grand Forks City Council realigned their city laws to match an expanded distracted driving law passed for the entire state of North Dakota.
Previously, it was simply texting and driving.
Texting while driving can still get you pulled over, but before, if you had a crash or a different citation like speeding or running a stoplight, the only way you could get an additional $100 ticket for distracted driving is if you were texting. The new law expands what's considered distracted driving. We wanted to see just how bad the problem was, so we set up camp here on Demers in South Washington to see how many drivers are driving distracted. Most people have their eyes on the road, but it didn't take long to see there were texters, the stoplight snackers, and quick pick snackers. There was this guy trying to hide that he was eating lunch, and the more egregious offenders. We'll get back to him. Talking on your phone or even grabbing a quick bite isn't illegal until it causes an accident or another traffic violation. As for this guy, nearly a minute and a half staring into his phone even after the light turns green, he could easily be pulled over and given a $100 ticket.
How is that not a danger?
The message from cops? Concentrate what's on the road, not what's in the car. From Grand Forks, Ryan Laughlin, Valley News Live.
More and more texting while driving tickets are being given. In Grand Forks this year, through the end of June, 52 texting while driving citations have been given out. In the same time frame last year, they gave 36. The year before that, only 16. The expanded distracted driving laws take effect August 1st.
As Ryan mentioned, distracted driving isn't exclusive to just texting or talking on the phone. As it turns out, there's a list of things you could be doing while driving that could wind up costing you $100. It all starts in August, and we'll tell you about them tonight on Valley News Live at 9 on Fargo CW and Valley News Live 10 at 10.
A 17-year-old boy is dead and another man is facing charges after a rollover crash in a stolen vehicle. It happened around 4:30 Tuesday morning, about 5 miles east of Jamestown. Troopers say the driver, 54-year-old Wilmer Nadeau of Fargo, was heading east on I-94 when the vehicle hit the median and rolled, and the boy was thrown from the pickup and died at the scene from his injuries. Nadeau was taken to a hospital and was arrested for DUI after he was released. The pickup involved in the crash came back as stolen from the Spiritwood, North Dakota area. The North Dakota Highway Patrol is handling the investigation of the crash, while the Stutsman County Sheriff's Office is leading the investigation of the stolen vehicle.
The Minnesota State Patrol wants your help in locating a vehicle involved in a hit-and-run crash near Wadena last week. Officers say a bicyclist was hit on the night of July 4th on Highway 10 west of Aldrich. Investigators say the only description is that it was dark red or maroon, likely was having damage to the front right corner. Anyone with information is asked to call Minnesota State Patrol. The phone number is on your screen at 651-582-1415.
Parents in North Dakota will be seeing some changes for their most precious cargo next month. Changes to the state's child passenger safety law will go into effect August 1st. That means children 8 years old and younger are required to ride in a car seat or a booster seat unless they are taller than 4 feet 9 inches. Kids ages 8 through 17 years old must be properly secured by a seat belt. The law carries a penalty of a $25 fine and 1 point against your driver's license. This change extends the time that kids are required to be in a child restraint by 1 year.
Let's go airborne with a beautiful view from the Valley News Live Skyview drone. It's a look at South Fargo's landscape and weather on this Tuesday. That's near 76th Avenue and 25th Street South near Davies High School. Hutch joins us now for a look at tonight's weather. Hutch, how's it shaping up?
Well, it's pretty good, but as the Skyview drone showed and our Storm Team Skycam network shows, it's hazy out there. Gray across the valley. as smoke from wildfires in parts of northern and western Canada finds its way all the way into the northern plains. Here's a look at the visible satellite, and there's just a little haze that you see in southern Canada working its way southward. Fires are all the way over in British Columbia. Those jet stream winds and the low-level winds combining to bring that smoke into the valley. So hazy in 70s this evening, but quiet. Some much-needed rain in the FM area to start our day. I'll have details on more showers in the forecast and strong thunderstorms as well here in a few moments.
My lawn appreciates it.
Mine too.
All right, thanks.
The father of a Minneapolis shooting victim says he's hoping for justice in the death of his daughter.
The woman was shot and killed by a police officer 3 days ago. She called 911 after hearing a noise near her home. Minneapolis police had body cameras, but they were turned off.
So when do officers turn on their body cameras, and how do you know if they're recording?
Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop explains why some departments in our area have stopped using body cameras.
Dilworth Police, along with Grand Forks Police, wear body cameras, both getting them within the last 2 years.
Minnesota has state laws on the video captured from those police body cameras. But in that state law, it says it's up to each department to set their own policies on when to press record.
In Dilworth, the cameras are to be turned on before interaction during traffic stops, field interviews, and while arresting a citizen. It also states an officer's safety takes precedence over recording an event. But how do you know when they're recording? Grand Forks Police say there is a visual indicator on their cameras, and both departments say a person can always ask officers. But down Highway 10 in Hawley and New York Mills, Minnesota, the police departments there have stopped using their body cameras. New York Mills police tell us it's due to an upkeep cost, and they couldn't justify it in their budget. The Hawley police chief tells us he got rid of them about a year ago. The cameras were brought in under a former police chief, and the department has had no policy or procedure set. Current chief Joseph Backlund says he is currently working on getting dash cameras in their police cars, and then he will look into having body cameras again. Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
Grand Forks' police department says the big challenge with body cameras is the cost of storing all the data.
We have new information on a report of a possible gun being fired in the Walmart parking lot in South Fargo yesterday. Officers say they now believe a firearm was not fired. Joe Anderson with the Fargo Police Department says that the investigation is still pending, but there are no witnesses to support the original claim. Police responded to the Walmart off of 52nd Avenue after a woman called police saying that someone had pulled up alongside her and fired a shotgun at her. But when police arrived on the scene, the woman who made the call was nowhere to be found.
Bail is set at $1 million for a Fergus Falls man accused of shooting at police in a 3-hour standoff in Fergus Falls over the weekend. Theodore Teedy is facing 3 counts of first-degree attempted murder. He's also being held on 6 other charges ranging from assault to terrorizing, stemming from an incident Saturday when someone told police they'd been threatened by Teedy. No one was injured.
The Fargo man accused of cutting a man who offered him a ride in the downtown area is facing up to 10 years in prison. 36-year-old Aaron Knutson is facing felony counts of aggravated assault and terrorizing with a dangerous weapon. The charges stem from an incident this past Saturday. Police say Knutson got into an argument with 2 men who were in the car, and that's when Knutson allegedly cut the victim's neck. The victim was treated for his injuries and is expected to be okay.
A Minnesota man is expected to be okay after high winds yesterday afternoon blew a semi over in Otter Tail County. Authorities say 54-year-old Myron Steinhofer of Perham was driving on Highway 10 near County Road 53 when it happened. He was taken to Sanford in Perham. Authorities say wet road conditions may have also contributed to that rollover.
Area dancers will work on their skills and technique this weekend at a big convention. Dance studios from around the area have teamed up once again to host the Momentum Dance Convention this Saturday. All ages and skill levels can take part in classes with genres like ballet, tap, musical theater, and more. For more information on the convention or to register your dancer, go to valleynewslive.com and click on our hot button for a link to their webpage.
Some drone pilots in our area are making the skies a little dangerous in some instances for people already in need of medical help. What a local hospital is saying to avoid close calls later on Valley News Live at 6.
Early day rumbles of thunder and showers of rain quickly exited after leaving between 1/4 and 1/3 of an inch of rain in the Southern Valley. More in your forecast Details next.